I've been drinking water for some time, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How am I to break apart? Don't tell me why we can't collide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Don't you feel it? On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. I've been seeing father.
Morning. Good morning.
Ride on!
You gotta call him out by name, Andy. Need to concentrate on the race here today, so I have to turn off the gyro for a little bit.
Whoa, Rick, the lost son.
Holy Discord, as
Whoa,
a human race,
Ricardo.
have we not invented something better yet? Discord is just horrible. Oh, it's just horrible. I hate it. It's always messing up on me. It downloads a whole bunch of things every time. I haven't been on it 2 days now. All of a sudden, 20 downloads.
But those were important
Anyway.
days, Rick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She should be showing up any moment now.
Or is Holly getting Randy?
Holly's on her last full day in Spain, in España.
It's warm in Spain at the moment.
What? Oh. Yeah, maybe. Looked kind of small, but bigger than mine, though.
All right, I'm going for the KOM today.
We were towing the yacht, the new yacht of the CEO of Starbucks through my village 2 days ago. There's 1 inch on every side to make it fit. So we determine how wide yachts are.
It's yacht season in Maine.
No, I'm going off the back. I'm going off the back.
It is fun going to like this time of year. Bar Harbor usually has some pretty big yachts in it, and it's just kind of cool to like hang out at a restaurant there and like just watch all the stuff that has to take place just to keep a yacht going. The amount of people constantly doing activity.
If you want to see some cool yachts, you go to the opening of the America's Cup.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
I got to go when it was in Auckland, and man, the amount of money that was sitting there in the harbor was insane.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of extra money involved in that. Yacht stuff. Just having a boat. Just getting
having
like
a boat's expensive.
Like I have a friend who has like $100,000 wakeboarding boat that he keeps up here for when he comes up in the summer
For like 6 weeks.
Yeah, and with that I'm like, damn, this guy is rich. And then you go into yacht territory, and it's like,
Yeah,
that's a totally different game.
$100,000 is the launch on the back of the yacht.
Yeah, that's what some of the crew members make that just keep it going for years.
When I lived in Key West, Usher's boat came in to the marina, and I'm not kidding, the launch on the back was, it had 3 200s on the back. So I mean, that was a plus radar on it. So it was like 150 grand boat, launch boat. That was the launch. I was like, good night, man.
Yeah. Oh, come on, don't do this. Alright, it's done this to me before. Or it doesn't get me with the group. And then
All right, now can I make up 42 seconds on the group in this climb? Yeah.
There we go. finally went and did my first group ride on Wednesday outside.
Yeah.
That was good. The only problem was I get so much glute activation when I go back outside. And yeah, it's enough to like slow me down a bit until I get like a good rest, and then it seems to kind of go away. Usually it goes away after a couple weeks of riding, a week or so.
The way after you go in your boots.
It was a good ride though. By the end of it, I felt like, wow,
And
we
you
really
trust everybody?
We didn't go all the way out.
What's the temperature down there? Because I hear it's warm.
Just barely.
You should buy some self tanner. Rick.
I am tan.
Everybody's tan over here after the spring we had.
Yeah, I'm pretty tan at this point. I'm more tan than most around here, but I'm pretty tan. All right, Heidi doesn't agree I'm tan. I'm pretty tan.
For a Maine person. You're what we call Maine tan.
What? What, Holly? What? What? Holly gets it.
The last weekend I was riding in the south of Norway. That place, I'm pretty sure, is like 98% like Maine. Down to every little detail, actually.
Well, is it a good question? Holly has a lot of questions. Not always good. I'm only looking for bad questions. Only accepting bad questions right now. Sorry. Next. We went through this yesterday on a thing, on a live stream in the chat. Then she asked again, and I said, "Ma'am, I've already helped you. Next." Yeah, I think it was on Scoot.
Oh yeah, I'm at the very front. I should have given more time. Next lap. That's okay. That's okay.
Ufa, there's.
Yeah, that's because I'm at the front, and I started 44 seconds after.
There is moments, times of the year where I'm like, the climate here is exactly like Norway's. Like, you know, not quite near the Arctic Circle, but pretty darn close. But then it's this time of year where all of a sudden it shows how it's not even close.
Yeah, but Norway is the same. I mean, not when I was there, but in the summer they have like high 90s because it's in the east part, so it's behind the mountains. And then when the hot air comes from Russia, It's just teams up, so it's unbearable.
So after Putin has a press conference, you're telling me?
Yes.
Because like just the other day, it hit.
Comes with a smell.
I saw 88 was the highest temperature that I saw it, and that was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. Thanks, Holly, live on Twitch.
Yeah, he's supposed to be here. That's his duty. It's not like his regular job doesn't count. This is his job. She's eating tacos.
They were forecasting 110 Fahrenheit for starter strength. So even for Spain, that's extreme in the month of May.
Yeah. Holly is still going to be outside enjoying every bit of the heat that she can. And all the locals are going to be inside, staying the hell away from it. If she's anything like me in Florida. Like, I'll be out in the hottest of hot because I'm just trying to get it while I can.
That's right. I gotta build the storage up.
Judging from the trash TV that I watch, Holly is now contemplating where to put the tobacco when she goes back.
For resale?
Yeah, officially not, but in reality, yes.
No, she plans on smoking all 35 cartons.
Yeah, but if you have these television programs here, Border Control or something, it's funny. Because they come in with tons of tobacco, and the stories are quite good normally.
Just to steal it.
Yeah, I don't like to buy them because I don't want to be associated. I don't even want that person at the register that I may never meet again to even think that I smoke.
Yeah, I only buy it and give it to people I don't like because I want them to suffer for a very long time in agony.
I carry a pack on me just in case if anyone asks for one.
That's right.
They deserve
And
it.
if I don't like them. Exactly. And like for even people I don't like, even if they don't ask, I offer.
Yeah, but it doesn't work when you have universal health care because then you're going to pay for it. So.
Yeah, well, that's why I only do it in America. First, I make sure they're not on Medicaid or Medicare.
That's the thing. Most likely they are.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I can't just lump all cigarette smokers into one class. But I could. But I'm not
You're trying to do the not all cigarette smokers are on Medicare or Medicaid, but all Medicare and Medicaid people are on smoking cigarettes.
At this point, yeah.
That's
like
not very nice.
People who have bad judgment or old people that are still smoking cigarettes. Everybody else is vaping.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
not
You gotta be sport. You gotta be stylish when you give yourself incurable long-term chronic diseases.
Yeah, the kind that you'd be better off if you just smoked.
Yes, but that's because you're trying to race in the Tour de France. I mean, you are British.
Hey, Katie.
No, the salbutamol is what allegedly Team Sky was giving to some of those things. People, I think.
speaking of Ineos, I saw an Ineos Grenadier the other day. There's someone that has one in the town that the brewery's in. Probably some.
They own one of the riders?
No, they own a vehicle.
Oh.
They're pretty cool looking. They definitely look.
Yeah.
They look very practical and very.
Never seen one.
Much like a Range Rover.
Yeah.
Or a Land Rover. Not a Range Rover.
So, Katie, just to catch you up real quick, Andy is advocating using performance-enhancing drugs, and also was consenting to the idea that we should, for people we don't like, give them tools to create a long-term, horrible, painful death. Slowly. So you're caught up. That's what I heard, and Katie wasn't listening, so she can't dispute it. That's what you heard too, right, Hooper?
Yeah. But as long as you do a disclaimer, you can get away with anything.
But Lufa was over here saying that Norway and Maine have the same climate, which I would not argue with most of the time.
Yeah, they don't have
Right now, I
it's
want
more
to
like the way it looks, dispersed country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did match
There are a lot of
pretty
similarities.
closely how I thought Maine would be.
I would
Except Norway
say-
has more summer.
And Norway has probably has a higher average income, higher
Yeah, that's true.
that's a better
Happiness
economy
level.
in general. Yeah, Norway seems to be really happy with what they got. Whereas Maine, I don't know, I guess in Maine they are too. A lot of people I talk to are like, yeah, they're like, they actually say, oh, yeah, I can't wait for the winter. Like, what? You shut up. You shut up when you're talking to me like that. I'm here for the summer. What the heck?
That's because you're a meth head and you like to stay inside.
Holy man. The other day, I was at my father-in-law's house and we were watching this YouTube thing. Oh man. It really pointed out just how bad this city's gone down as far as like crime and stuff. But he was like, there's this guy from Texas who does all kinds of places, but he was doing Maine and he like started in the north, and it's all just towns that like are losing population, and you know, they have a lot of old houses and architecture which he was checking out and stuff, but like, you know, all the crime is like below the national average. And then like he went to a town on the coast where it was way below, where it was even to the point of like 76 crimes last year type of thing.
Yeah, but they only have 78 people.
Oh yeah, like 7,000 or something like that.
2 people get
But
robbed
this-
all the time.
There were something like 10 crimes per 1,000 or something like that. It was just crazy. Maybe a little higher, but the national average is 34, I think. And then he goes to Bangor. He starts in the downtown area. They're like, wow, look at this. This looks nice. He's definitely filming it in a nice way. You know, he like goes out to like the Stephen King area, and there's a lot of really nice houses.
Yeah.
This used to be one of the richest cities in the country because of the lumber trade
Yeah, per capita.
back in the 1800s when we were producing vice presidents and all that stuff coming out of Bangor. But so a lot of those houses are still left over, and but then like he's walking through downtown, like, holy, we haven't seen a single homeless person, meth head, anything yet. And then all of a sudden you see a guy like give $1 to someone on the sidewalk, and the guy quickly turns his camera. But then he went over what the crime is. So the national average is 34 per 1,000 people. We are at 75 crimes per 1,000 people in Bangor. I was like,
So-
what?
True, but I would argue
I mean, you have to compare
As
to other
a-
cities.
of like size.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and see, that's the thing. Once you get to a bigger city, crime's different. Like, it's just a
Right.
different kind of how regularly it's reported. Because obviously crimes are going to be reported more here because this is a new trend. Like, we were below the national average just like 10 years ago. And so, yeah, like I looked up Brockton, Massachusetts. One of my coworkers lived right outside of it. Spent some time living there. She was like, oh yeah, Brockton's definitely got a higher crime rate than Bangor does. And nope. Brockton's was actually just over the national average. But
as a
you have those pockets.
I would say as a non-professional demographer, an amateur demographer we'll call it, I will say you need to look at population centers of like size and of like economic viability and economic the economic demography, because that will tell you whether you actually have a crime problem or you're following the normal social trends of, you know, high unemployment, low education, things like that. You got to look at all that and compare it, and that'll tell you whether you need to address crime or whether you need to address the root causes.
Yeah, because I mean, in no way, like if you go to Brockton, if you spend any time living there or hear any stories.
And it also depends what people can report as crimes.
Yeah. And
Brockton,
Brockton,
like in my hometown, people reported toilet papering as vandalism.
Wow, yeah. And here that might,
just old people.
That might go down. I don't know if people would do that anymore, but like there's a lot of crimes that you also can't report because, or they don't become crimes because the homeless population is protected pretty well here.
If a homeless person commits a crime, it's still a crime.
It depends on the crime. Like they're allowed to like, like they can poop on the sidewalk.
Things they can poop on the sidewalk.
Yeah. And that's,
we gotta have that story again.
We found out at work because we had a homeless person, like they were waiting at the bus stop at a church.
You gotta go.
It's also like an after school daycare place. And so we brought that up obviously, but it just doesn't change anything. The law's law. But she like dropped her pants, bent over, and just peed straight-legged for some reason. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Never seen anybody do that. Usually you bend your legs. I don't understand what that was all about. There's no. But then, the police officer with a picture and everything. This Clay took a picture. He was like, he went to check it out first because he wanted to do something about it, but there was nothing he could do about it because at this point, there's a lot of protections that have. It was actually like right around COVID that a law like that got passed, but got slipped in when no one was paying attention. And we also had no idea that it was going to get this bad, I think.
Once they heard they could poo on the street, they're all going to go.
But then that was the thing that we were talking to the officer about afterwards. It was like, so can I go do the same thing right now? And he was like, no, that would end up being indecency.
Connection
it's like, why? Because I have a home?
No. Yeah. Might as well have locked up. Bastard. No.
But one thing you run into in a place like Brockton is that there are certain pockets where crime is the social structure. So you're not going to be reporting on every little thing you see.
Yeah.
You go about life and you pretend it's not happening. I mean, I get it. You see it happening around here. You know, there's things that people used to be like, holy, you would not believe what I just saw on my way to work. Nobody talks about it anymore because you see it every time you go to work. But it's still a nice city. And there's still good things going on in it. And it's growing, but the homeless thing is, and drugs are quite a thing right now.
Come on! Now my heart rate just stopped.
Right.
What the heck?
Yeah, mine cut
Also
out
no
just a
sin.
little bit ago. It's actually a new thing for me. I used to never get cutouts, and now I've been getting cutouts.
I pulled back. I gave you a minute 10, brought it back to 19 and 20 seconds. And everything stopped connecting. People flipped.
It's humid today. I turned off my air overnight. Sometimes it chills a little bit overnight still. And it made it cold and humid down here. Cold and humid. Not too long ago, I would have been like 71, this is hot. Now 71 inside is cold. One ride outside on Wednesday gave me 16% heat adaptation according to Garmin. It was 2 hours in the high 80s. Well, part of it was high 80s. The other part was more like low 80s. It was that first feeling of getting back those summer gains that I get. The summer adaptations. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben. Yeah. Well,
So
I got my new watch coming in here this weekend.
my first monitor that I ever got was a chest strap, a Wahoo chest strap.
Yeah.
And that thing was so unreliable. It would just
Yeah,
take
not
off
water-
on me sometimes.
They're not waterproof.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely, the condition of the battery whenever you change it shows that. And
Yeah.
then, so then I got this one, like optical. There we go. That's the word. And this one's been a lot more reliable, but I've had it cut out on me a couple times. So then that's when I'll switch to the chest strap. And
Yeah.
when I forget to charge it. And man, that thing works beautifully if you only use it once in a while. But I noticed relying on it every day, it's almost like you need to keep like 4 on hand. I definitely like the optical ones. And I like the rechargeable aspect of it. And it's, I mean, I guess I haven't done like a straight up side by side, but I know when I made the switch over, when I've made the switch over before, it's not a difference. I'm still, heart rate's still in the same zone.
The Garmin is okay because it always transmits data, but it's just very rare that that data is correlated to your heart rate. The Wahoo is super accurate, so it's a pity that it's not waterproof.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. 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 The Scotia's good too. Well, I'm off the back. So. Yeah.
And for some reason when I'm on the trainer, like right now, Yeah, I'm getting, wow, 140 BPM on here. But the my watch is getting 94. But I just moved it up my arm to see if it will change. I noticed like when I ride outside, it tends to read it a little more accurately, but it's still low compared to what my armband gets.
Oh, nice. 100K run. Nice, Ben. Finally, somebody else on this channel does things that are smart.
You call that smart?
Mm-hmm.
Like with legs?
Morning. The ride is too short for me to play truck.
310.
You could have just warmed up with this ride.
Yeah, but for the time that I always make it, it was too short for a ride for a beach.
Or you could just say you really don't care about us. You're just using us to get your face on stream.
Ha ha ha.
Thank you.
Maybe at
He
first.
loves his bed more than us.
He's
You're just a
here for
self-promoter,
Rick
Jamil.
Nibbles. I mean, he's here for Rick Nibbles because it increases his viewers by 200% or something.
Oh yeah, my bib is still cleaning, so I had to wear a jersey for once. It's gonna be so hot.
Oh, I like that. I was like, it's so hot, and he starts unzipping his jersey to show up.
Oh,
I'm the
Jeez,
only
man.
one who has any sort of heat. It's hot as
When you
heck
gotta rip
out
it.
here. Or,
It's so
or
hot.
like sticky or whatever.
He's like, yeah,
Just
I'm
rip
so
it
hot and
off.
sticky for $5
Yeah.
for me because I'll zip the jersey a little bit.
And then
You guys
offer
get
it
up to
up in a raffle.
$50, the jersey comes off.
Oh, put it in a
First
raffle
person to
next. That
subscribe
sounds like
gets this jersey.
All right, let's do it. Hold on, I got content for today.
He's got his Patreon feed going.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I'll probably have to get more than one subscriber because you also got to cover the cost of the jersey.
we have to install a system with switch points where you can turn up the temperature in Rick's place in the garage.
Yeah. That way he does the same.
That's even better. We get into each other's automated HVAC systems, and people can pay us to turn the temperatures up and down.
Oh, my electric bill would go wild.
It'd be like
Be
Saw.
like, why is the electric bill so high lately? You never mind that.
Not in winter.
I guess if you make enough off of it, though.
Not in winter, Rick. I believe the heat needs to go
Well,
to
yeah.
0.
More in the winter.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
the way with the heat
Let's see if
pumps
Rick can
work.
warm his house. Let's see if we can get sweat to form sweat sickles.
Make the walls bleed, as they called it back in the day. Now we're able to solve for the newer groups. They pull out the cards when it's time they make the walls.
When you hear my body.
What? Oh, that's at work. Trying to think of why. Oh, because that black cord that's in the Mazda is... Huh? No, that one's in the Mazda. We're having cord talk over here. She really wants a cord. She came in like she was ready to take care of some business. Where's the cord? Maybe not quite that tone, but
It felt like
I don't even get it though. The Mazda has like one of those little magnetic phone holder things that charges it. That
You got stuff in the back of her phone?
I haven't even dared to ask how much she paid for that, but yet she still wants a cord.
Well, if she has stuff on the back of her phone, like one of those little pop-out things, it won't charge.
Oh no, she has the
wireless
case.
charge. Yeah.
She's bougie as hell. She has the case for it and everything like that. I have to take mine off because I have the quad lock on the back of mine
Yeah.
for this bike, and so yeah, I have to take mine off. The newest quad locks though, they do have a new case for it. That yeah, I'm calling her bougie, and then I'm like, I have a quad lock, just a little cheap quad lock. They only charge $100 for this case. That's it. But you
I
can
have a
get the
case.
magnetic one. What's that? Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's okay.
I have a case. It's Miranda's black phone case.
This one is the black phone case. But yeah, I did see that, the new quad locks, because they sent me the emails. Apparently they have that magnetic for probably an extra price of 20 bucks or something.
Oh, easy.
Magnets, you know, they're expensive. I find it easy enough to just take the case off. Really good case though. This is actually, I've never broken a phone with this case.
Yeah.
Only grandmas used to shake this from phones.
So did you go up to Norway when you went to Denmark?
Yeah, I mean, Denmark was just a stopover at my
Oh,
parents'
okay.
place. But it was
Yeah,
only like
I mean,
a weekend, so.
I've been watching Hitch on Twitch, and he started in Norway, but he was like at the Arctic Circle, and I'm looking at that place and I'm like, that's not like here. Although there was a period though, we did go through a week where it was like, first it was 60s and rain, but then it got down into like the 40s and rain, and I was like, okay, maybe this is like Norway. But there's,
I mean, I
and
just went over the border, so like 5 miles from the Swedish border, so it's not a typical Norwegian
okay.
place. Maximum elevation is like 500 feet or something, but
yeah,
driving on the roads or riding on the roads, it reminded me of your pictures of rain, but might be wrong.
yeah. Are they pretty like small roads and whatnot?
Yeah, super small and untypical for Norway. There's a lot of agriculture, but a little cramped field because there will be bedrock and stuff messing with it. So not regular like in Denmark. You'll just see on endless farm fields. You don't see that in Norway.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see that. There's some spots around in Maine that are like that with the agriculture, but like if I
Usually
go
buried
up
under
to my
snow.
brother's house, there's some, but like that isn't even really. Usually, I don't take pictures because I'm like, who cares? Who
Yeah,
cares
I don't have a complete. But some features also the isolation. So once you're out of the towns, it's just very empty.
And usually I'm fighting a headwind no matter which direction I go in, which is just an amazing thing. I hate farmland. I hate it. And there's never any hills.
When you're in Sweden, all the houses have the same red color, but in Norway, they don't have that. And that makes it more like the US because it's more diverse.
Yeah, I would say that when I was watching Hitch just kind of like make his way around, there was a lot of similarities once he got south enough, you know, because where he did start, it was like, that would definitely be more, you know.
I don't know what
Like
Hitch on
Alaska
Twitch
type
is.
stuff. It's he's this guy that every every summer he'll go and like choose a spot to start hitchhiking from.
Oh, okay.
And like
that's what
he'll
it's hitch.
camp outside. He'll camp outside and he just makes
Oh,
his
like
way
hitchhiker,
to-
not it's the dating guy. Oh, okay.
You thought I was
Like, all
watching
right,
a dating
guys.
show this whole time, didn't
I
you?
mean,
I was
okay.
like, what?
But
I was like, what's he like going
Yeah,
around
he's-
doing dating?
every time I see that it pops up again in the summer, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this year. I'm not in the mood. And then I end up watching it, and then I get hooked again because I'm like, will he get the ride? And it's just kind of nice to have on in the background when I'm working. But that he ends up camping out most of the time, and sometimes he'll like end up at people's houses, or you know, like he'll get picked up by someone, and then
What we
find
don't know
out
is
you
he's
know
actually a serial killer.
Yeah.
they have an airplane. Oh no, he's a Canadian. There's no serial killers in Canada.
Taking lives
Um,
with Ethan Hawke.
I don't
He
know.
was Canadian. And
Well,
I bet the indigenous population would disagree with you.
well then there's that. But that was for the Queen or the King, either one. No, they're too sorry. They can't do it. Or that serial killer is like, yeah, you know, 5 stabs. Sorry, eh? Sorry about that. I'm really sorry.
Sorry, I stained your clothes.
Oh, that one looks like it hurts. Sorry. Actually, I feel like the guy who played Dexter is Canadian, isn't he?
He's British.
Sure.
All right, I'll lead
Why not?
somebody out.
One of them is surely not Ian.
I'm just leading out now.
Oh, I don't feel like
Like,
it.
who am I working for? Come on, Rick.
Maybe it's this bike. Makes me feel sluggish.
Rick,
just
where are
me.
you?
I'm over here.
There you are. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Hey, come on. Go, go. Go. Slingshot. No. My job is done. Ah.
I wonder if it's my weight change. I can never get above 10 watts per kilo anymore.
Oh, good. Hooper and Rick, good job, guys.
Nice one, Hooper.
Good. You're welcome for the lead out, boys.
Yeah, thank you for animating it.
Well, I wanted to be up off the front so you could slingshot around as I was blowing up.
I was trying to stay just a tick behind Ufa the
whole time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you succeeded.
Just had- I wasn't
I
100%
stayed
sure
the whole
who was
way.
there because no one said anything.
I wasn't planning on it when we crossed the line, but it still worked out that way. I stayed just a tick behind him for the entire way.
No, but I
was
got
trying to
behind
get you
you at
guys
a good time. You were having your power up, I was having my power up, and I were on your wheel. That
Yeah.
almost never happens.
I was
Man, the
just
last
trying to
two
get you
sprints
guys
I've
to.
done, I struggled to stay to get over 10.
Yeah.
Craziness. I don't know why.
I was just trying to get you to 300 meters
Yeah.
with clean air.
Whew.
Not that clean air
Yeah.
matters all that much, but. All right.
And I have gone from, what was I sitting at before? It was like 100 and, or I was at right below 70 kilos, and now I'm at a little over 72 kilos.
Yeah.
So that is probably affecting my watts per kilo. And I look at that and I'm like, it's discouraging. But I also think I'm putting out less watts on the high end like that. I have not been working on it at all. Let's for 15, oh yeah, 15 seconds. Usually I should be like up around 900, 850. Now it's 703 on this one. I never got above 800. My best is 2,000 watts, guys. 2,000 watts. See it right there, proof.
Yeah, but was that
For
an error?
exactly 3 seconds on the dot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that was a one of those glitches where I don't even think I was sprinting. It just all of a sudden just shot up, and then I got a
And you're like, oh yeah.
and then I got a badge for it. It's like, oh,
Like, I'm a
is there anything
baller.
I can do
Where's
about
the
that?
wood tour? All right. Let's see what my numbers were there for that lead out effort.
Oh, brilliant! Thanks for letting me know there. I was muted on the stream, so they didn't get to hear my commentary.
Oh no!
I don't know how I did that.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I must have clicked on that.
It was just amazing.
I must have clicked on that when I was
will
trying
tell
to do the fence on the second lap.
If TNT or Eurosport had heard that commentary, I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be hired. You'd be going to finish out the Giro right now.
Yeah. Like,
They'd be like, Sean Kelly, move over, bub. We got Andy
I'm
Long.
actually probably gonna have to watch the rest of the Giro with the mute on because they
Oh,
sound
I was,
like absolute trash.
I was Nick. That was.
Compared
I
to
need to move the sources up, the audio sources, so I can see the important ones, like my microphone, in this scene.
So,
I got too many audio sources.
You realize
It's not
how
the first
frustrating
time.
it was.
It's not the first time that I've done that. But I don't know how I do it when I do it.
61 watts.
When I went to the end of that sprint, like I was right on your wheel, and I'm like, if I could just get some more watts out of this, then I
you
could
should
pass
told
it
me.
at the last second. And I kicked, so I like gave a whole put my body into it and looked up, and I had moved from like 9.5 watts per kilo to like 10.2.
It was.
Like,
It was Nick. It was.
You gotta tell me next time.
It was Nick.
You
It was
gotta tell me
the
next
best.
time.
It was the best commentary. That was a Murray Walker commentary. That was.
Yeah. But seriously, Rick and
I
Hooper, you need
probably
to tell me
could've-
next time if what you need, because I would have given a little bit more if you need just a little more. I didn't have much
Yeah,
more than
but
that.
the thing is, I don't need so much. That's the problem. Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I needed because I was just following whatever Ufa was doing.
What you did was good because my problem is this thing gets into a stalemate at 700 meters.
Yeah.
So you went off, and that keeps the kettle burning, and that's good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good
you
to
were
know.
giving us something to chase for sure. Like I was like, because I wasn't quite getting the benefit of draft, but you were there and like definitely being a carrot for everybody to keep moving.
I mean, I
just
can't
wish
sprint,
everybody else would've gone
I
faster.
can't
Yeah.
win if I sprint from 700 meters, but I can keep good speed. But I need
Yeah.
somebody to break the wind there. So in that
Okay.
way, it was probably perfect for me.
Oof is a carrot.
Okay.
You're the banana.
But we
I've
need
definitely-
to get Jamel. We need to get Jamel on board, so Ian and Jamel could maybe do some magic.
Yeah, almost
Oh,
there,
yeah.
Nick.
Can we change? Is it too late to change the name of the team for ZRL to the ODZ Cornucopia?
It's all good, Katie. I won't share that video this time because there was no commentary, but I'll certainly be
Well, you
posting
can
the
the
results
comment
there.
afterwards, can't you?
I could dub it, yeah. There we go.
Dub
I'll
over
have
it.
to,
All right, boys. I gotta go. You guys have a great one.
yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good job.
Later,
Yeah,
Ian.
yeah.
Nice work.
Last weekend.
Let's see where I am with this bike now. I know I saw the 200 kilometers to go on the while we were on the ride there. Katie is Duckstep Diva.
I burned
It's
100
definitely-
kilometers yesterday on the pizza burner, not earning anything.
That's Katie's nickname, Duckstep
It's
Diva.
definitely gotten to that point now where we go into these sprints and I'm like, then my whole plan was I'm just gonna try to stay just slightly behind Ufa the whole way, and maybe I can punch my way to a victory at the end. Of course, I gotta have
184
a punch at that
kilometers.
point.
I don't have a kick, so maybe just in the long sprint, I think you would win for me. But I mean, normally
Yeah.
speaking, you would have to think like you're thinking because you have Wu and others that have a kick, but I don't have anything like that.
I think I've lost my kick after in the sprint because it's like because I've been focused more on like my long efforts rather than short bursts because you know
Okay, that's your workout for tomorrow.
yeah no probably not but maybe who knows.
Okay,
I hate
I'm
working sprints.
gonna watch this here. See you guys.
All right, see you, Ufa.
I'm all about how well I do during the race, not the end of the race for some reason. For some reason, I care less about my finishing place and more about the work I do during the race.
Well, that's what we need on Tuesday. You're racing on Tuesday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I won't
Yeah,
get
that one's
to-
a TTT, right?
It is a TTT. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you need to care more about during the race
Yeah,
than the finish for
I
Tuesday.
got to work on. That's actually gonna be perfect because I really want to get some good VO2 efforts in.
Yes, we are, Katie. So I've got
Supposedly-
184 kilometres to go to max the dogma out now. I was going to say that's going to be maybe a Divas or Ebb next week. But now we've got a race on. Remember, we've got a race on Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. Might be Sunday, week on Sunday when I get that maxed out now. But then I can buy the Spada. Looking forward to that. Yes. Well, we'll be streaming. Monday, but we'll be racing on Tuesday. Looking forward to that. The ZRL 4 race season.
I might have to skip an outdoor ride on Monday. 'Cause I always end up
Because
just
the cleaning late.
at this point. I'm so tired after an outdoor ride. I still feel like I'm recovering from Wednesday night ride. During the fact, it didn't feel like it was. I kind of felt like, oh wow, cool. We're not going all out this time. Then afterwards, I did put in some pretty good efforts.
Your Wales, yes. Oh yeah, more streams. I see what you mean now, Katie. Yes, I'll be streaming in the morning and then I'll DS and stream the team or teams in the evening as well. So looking forward to that. So we're gonna rate Jamel. on those on Twitch, on Facebook and YouTube. We'll pull the stream down once we've got the raid in place. So everybody, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Much appreciated. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you all again soon. Yeah,
Bye bye.
The raid. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Say bye bye, Rick.
He's retired now, I guess.
I usually don't want to say bye bye. Bye byes are hard.
Okay,
Just
which
easy
is
those-
to walk away.
Those still watching on Facebook and YouTube, thanks very much. We'll have a great weekend and we'll see you again soon.
I've been treading water for some time, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How am I to break apart?